Hello, fangirls and NFL fans everywhere. This is Tracy Sandler, and welcome to Talking Touchdowns NFL Divisional Round Edition. The wild card weekend was, in fact, wild, and sadly, both our Rams and Chiefs fangirls had to say goodbye to their teams and hopes for a long playoff jersey. Ladies, we are going to start in the AFC, where the Titans took on the Chiefs. Quarterback Marcus Mariota literally did everything himself. He both threw and caught his first playoff touchdown pass in the same play. Yes, he caught his own touchdown. If you want something done, you just got to do it yourself. The Chiefs' curse continues. 5th straight playoff loss at home. Titans are moving on. Shelby, can you tell us a little bit about what happened in the Jaguars-Bills matchup?
This was a very slow-moving game. Just to give you a little note, Jacksonville finished with just a mere 15 first downs and 230 yards, which just goes to show the pace this game was moving.
All right, Taylor, if it's not too painful, would you mind recapping the Falcons-Rams game?
Yeah, so I'm no longer in my Rams jersey because they lost to the Falcons in very poor fashion. They had so many turnovers. Yeah, they were just a very inexperienced playoff team, but it was, after the game, so hopeful for the future. So sad, but hopeful.
Absolutely. The Rams are going to be good for a long time, and now they have some playoff experience for next year. Christina, because you love singing about the Saints so much, I would like you to tell us a little about what happened in that Saints-Panthers matchup.
Well, I really don't know what Sean Payton was thinking going for it on 4th down with 2 minutes left and a 5-point lead. But we still don't have an answer to that age-old question of who that Saints gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Literally, I could do that every single day. That's the wild card weekend, so let's move on to the divisional round. Fangirls, what say you? Ladies, the Titans will be traveling to cold and kind of dramatic lately Foxborough Stadium to meet the dynamic duo of Brady and Belichick. This will be Brady's 35th playoff game. This will be Marcus Mariota's 2nd playoff game. So obviously there's going to be a bit of a difference in the experience factor. The Titans are going to have to pull out some kind of miracle because, you know, Tom Brady. And
yeah, I think it says it all right there. Like you said, Tom Brady's going into his 35th playoff game. Marcus Mariota is going into his 2nd. And I would say it's pretty hard to beat the Patriots at Gillette Stadium.
Right. The only way that the Titans have a chance at this game is if they're able to disrupt Tom Brady and make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket and rush him to throw the ball. But this is a place where Tom Brady is so comfortable.
Ivana?
I think that Titans are going to lose, of course. Of course.
I was like, wow, hot take.
I mean, if Brady has any time in the pocket, he's going to shred the Titans to pieces. It's kind of, you know, I'm sorry, but it's true.
I'm going to take the Titans here, guys.
Wow.
Because stranger things have happened, first of all. Yes. And the Titans defense held Kareem Hunt to pretty much no yardage, and he was could be potentially the offensive rookie of the year. So I think that if they can get that ground game going, if Mariota can have another impressive game, they have a chance.
All right, in the 2nd AFC matchup, the aforementioned Jacksonville Jaguars are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This should be a really, really good game, and Ivana is going to tell us about it.
Well, the Steelers are a 7-point favorite at home against the Jags, and I think Roethlisberger has a chip on his shoulder because of his last performance when he had 5 interceptions. So he definitely is going to come in and redeem himself, I think. And although the Jags do have a dominant leading pass defense in the NFL, like the best, I think that he's going to come in strong and they're going to take the win.
Yeah, when I got that update on my phone that Big Ben had 5 interceptions, I'm like, Big Ben? Who was he playing that he had 5 interceptions? But I think I'm going with the Steelers with you on this one. Steelers.
And Killer Beach, you got Antonio Brown,
Yep.
Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben. You've got a lot of weapons
On
the
offense,
Steelers.
yeah.
We do have a lot of weapons, but I have to play devil's advocate on this one. Just by watching the Jags defense play last week, like Ivana said, they have the #1 pass defense in the NFL.
And we'll see, they could get in Big Ben's head. That defense also, I believe, led the league this year in takeaways and points off takeaways. So that's where this will be one for the Jaguars defensively. What do you think? Bold prediction, Christina?
I'm taking the Jags as well because, I mean, Jalen Ramsey is a shutdown corner. He has proved it all season long. I think his opposing quarterback's passer rating was like 62%. And I'm assuming that he will go up against AB, so it will be a great matchup between the two of them. And yeah, I'm gonna just go the opposite of what I normally would pick on every pick this week because I want the underdogs.
You know what? I would like to change my prediction to the Jaguars as well. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be crazy because then I can say that the 49ers beat the Jaguars, who then beat the Steelers. So that's fine. It's really what it all comes back to. Because that's how I roll.
Of course, we shall see.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the NFC. The Atlanta Falcons are traveling to Philly to take on the Carson Wentz-less Eagles. Say that 3 times fast. Carson Wentz-less Eagles. This should be an interesting matchup. The Eagles are not the same Eagles they were with Carson Wentz, but the Falcons are not the same team they were last year.
I think the Falcons are on a mission to prove themselves from last year's Super Bowl flop. And, you know, Matt Ryan has definitely been playing better in these past couple of games. He played great against the Rams. His passer rating in the NFL in playoffs is higher than everyone except Bart Starr and Kurt Warner. So
What an interesting trio. Bart Starr, Kurt Warner, and Matt Ryan. Game of the weekend.
The game of the weekend.
No question.
This is going to be one of the most
Absolutely.
important and exciting games of this weekend.
Absolutely. You have the Drew Brees-led offense, which is just unbelievable, against the league's best defense. What do you think, guys? Shelby, I'll start with you.
These Saints are coming off one of the biggest games that they've had all season. That offense was dominant. Drew Brees showed that he has incredible checkoff options, and again, Junior, Thomas, and Hill. And so I think they're going to come out there with that oomph in them and ready to take that win.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta know. Actually, I think I'm gonna be with Taylor on this.
I am going with the Vikings. I don't know what happened in Minnesota, but all the football gods came together for this team this year. You have the best defense in the NFL, and Case Keenum, who was a terrible quarterback for the Rams,
She's not
is
fair about it, though.
literally firing. No, I don't care. Is literally firing on all cylinders. Could be MVP. That is like mind blowing to me.
Mind blowing. The MVP award. I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Me either. So I think no questions asked. It's gonna be the Vikings. Saints are on the road. They're a little tired now. Vikings had a break.
I don't know.
I'm going Vikings, possibly to the Super Bowl.
All right, so we got 1 Saints, 1 Vikings, 2 Vikings. Ivana.
Well, I think the Saints are coming in to get a little bit of revenge, and I think it might be a shootout. And when you have Drew Brees and Keenum head to head, but Keenum has the best defense in the league, I'm going to go with the Vikings by 3.
By 3? Oh,
score
we're getting-
prediction.
We got a spread.
Score
I
prediction
like it.
by 3.
All right, by 3. Christina.
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys all know who I'm gonna pick, obviously. The Saints, duh.
All right, make sure you're watching those divisional games, and then follow all of us on Twitter to hear our thoughts during the games. And then next week we are back to preview Championship Sunday. You guys, it's almost the Super Bowl. Yay! For us, that's like the Super Bowl, and it's actually the Super Bowl. Is there anything better? I think not. Later, skaters.
Who dat?